Hello, good morning. All right, so sit in child's pose for a moment. Sit on your heels, let your arms stretch forward. Place your mind's eye, the space between your eyes, right down onto the mat. Take a nice deep breath in, fill up your back of your body. And then exhale, melt your heels down. Melt your hips down to your heels. Nice. One more like that. Inhale. Fill up your back of your body. Feel your back expand, your lungs expand. Exhale, melt your hips down towards your heels. Nice. And then rise up, all fours, tabletop. Find your shoulders under your wrist and your knees under your hips. And tuck your toes under. Inhale, belly drops, chin lifts. Breathe in. And then exhale, tuck your tail as you round away from your mat, looking towards your belly button. Again, inhale, belly drops, chin lifts, breathe in. And then exhale, tuck and round. Come back to neutral spine. Stay here now. Hover your knees off the mat. Feel your L shape of your hands pressing into the floor. Find your forehead to mirror the mat. Nice long spine. Feel your belly pulling up into your spine. Take a nice deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more. Fill all the way up. Now send your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Adjust your hands if you need to. Don't worry about your heels pressing onto the mat. They don't need to get there. The knees can be bent. Think of your tailbone lifting up towards the sky. Let your head hang down. Press your shoulders away from your ears. Take a nice deep breath in. And deep breath out. Gaze forward in between your hands. Take a couple of steps to the front of your mat. And then bow forward and fold down. Soften your knees. Let your head hang down into this forward fold. Soften the knees as much as you need to. And just let the blood flow down to your head. Inhale, flat back, hands to your shins. Find this nice long spine. Exhale and fold down. Again, inhale, flat back, hands to shins. Exhale and fold down. Big breath, root to rise. Sweep overhead, fill up. And then pull your hands to your heart center. Close your eyes. Seal your lips. And turn on that Ujjayi breath. Breathe in through your nose. And out through your nose. Feel this little swirling sensation towards the back of your throat on your exhales. Take one more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale. Sweep your arms overhead. Big breath in. Bow over your thighs and fold down. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, fold down. Big breath, root to rise. Arms sweep overhead, fill up. Hands to your heart center. Tadasana, mountain pose. Take your arms by your sides. Inhale, arms reach overhead. Exhale, soft knees, bow forward, fold down. Inhale to your flat back, hands to shins. And then plant your palms to the mat. Step back, plank pose, top of a push-up. Take a nice deep breath in. And a deep breath out. One more, fill up. hips up and back, downward facing dog. Gaze in between your hands. Step your left foot in between your hands. Spin your back heel down as you rise up, warrior one. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Start to sink down into the front thigh. Feel your left hip back, right hip forward. Hips are closed and square. Inhale, look up, breathe in. Exhale, tip back. Feel as they stretch, let the arms float back by the ears. The gaze doesn't need to move. Take another deep breath in. And then hands to each side of your foot. Find plank pose. Sweep your left leg back to meet the right. Lower down to your belly. Untuck your toes. Lift your kneecaps so your thighs are engaged. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. Lift your heart up off the mat. Stay here and just press into the tops of your feet. And then exhale and release down. Slide your hands down towards the lowest part of your ribs and lift upward facing dog. Lengthen your arms. Legs can stay down on the mat, or you can press into the tops of your feet and lift your knees and thighs. Take another deep breath in. And then hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Inhaling. Exhale. And now the right foot steps in between your hands. Spin your back heel down. Rise up, warrior one. Right hip back, left hip forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, tip back. Take another deep breath in. And then hands down, plank pose. Lower down to your belly. Untuck your toes. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra again. Lift your heart off the mat. Drag your shoulders down your back. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale and lower down. Slide your hands down towards your lowest rib, upward facing dog. Lengthen your arms. Maybe lengthen your legs right off the mat. Big breath in. Down dog, let it go. Big inhale. And a big exhale. Kind of energizing for the morning. High tippy toes, soft knees, gaze in between your hands. Walk or step to the front of your mat. Bow forward, fold down. Inhale to your flat back, hands to shins. Exhale and fold. Big breath, root your rise, arms sweep overhead, fill up. Hands to heart center. Tadasana mountain pose, arms by your side. Inhale, reach up, fill. Exhale, bow over your thighs, fold down. Flat back, palms press, plank pose. Good. Lower down, chaturanga, come to your belly. Inhale, upward facing dog, lengthen your arms. Exhale, downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Inhale, fill up. And exhale. Nice. Left foot steps in between your hands. Spin your back heel down. We're going to rise up, warrior two. Lengthen out your arms left and right. Nice. Pull your right hip back so your hips are opened up. And then take your hands to your ribs and then turn your ribs to the side. Release your arms out left and right. Good. Gaze over your front hand. Take a nice deep breath in. Deep breath out. Nice. Stay here. Another breath in. Good. Breath out. Flip your front palm, reach back, reverse your warrior. Send that left arm behind you. Start to sink a little deeper into that front thigh. Nice long stretch in your whole left side body. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Good. Come back to warrior two. Lengthen your front leg as your palms press overhead. Inhale. Exhale, bend your leg back to warrior two. Inhale, lengthen, press, breathe in. Exhale, warrior two. One more, gather all your energy into your palms. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior, tip back. Nice. And then take your hands down to the mat. Find plank pose. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Nice. And then just take your high tippy toes for a moment. And then start to melt your heels down to the mat. Maybe the knees are bent. Push the mat away. Take another deep breath in. And a deep breath out. This time, right foot steps in between your hands. Warrior two. As you rise up. Start to sink down into your front thigh. Left hip spinning back. Hands to your ribs. Spin your left rib back and your right rib forward. And then extend your arms and find your gaze forward. Good. Start to sink down into that front leg. Take a nice deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Front palm flips. Reverse your warrior. Tip back. Right arm reaches back. Sink down again into that thigh. Take another long breath in. And a long breath out. Arms come back to your warrior two. Inhale, lengthen both legs. Palms press overhead. Big breath here. Exhale, bend back to warrior two. Again, inhale, lengthen, gather, breathe in. And then bend, warrior two. Last one like that. Bend, press, breathe in. Warrior two as you settle. Front palm flips, reach back. Reverse your warrior. Tip it all back. And then take your hands down to the mat. Plank pose. Inhale, fill up. Exhale. One more in. Down dog. Hips up and back. Nice. And then gaze forward and step to the front of your mat. Bow forward, fold down. Inhale, flat back, hands to shins. And exhale and fold down. Just take a glance down at your feet, that your toes are in back of your heels. And then send your hips low and your arms high, chair pose. Can you sink down? Nice. Feel this in your heels. Let your toes become light. Inhale. And exhale. Stay in this chair. Sweep your arms back. So chair with airplane arms. Can you flip your palms down? And lift your arms up and squeeze your pinkies towards one another. Light up your upper arms. Sink a little deeper. Breathe in. Exhale and breathe out. Good. And then lengthen your legs, sweep up, root your eyes, tip back. Big breath here. And then exhale, sit back. Airplane arms. Inhale, root your eyes, lift up, tip back, breathe in. Exhale, push it back. One more, root your eyes, lift up. Exhale, push it back. Stay here, take your hands to your heart center, and we'll take a twist. Right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. As you press your palms together. Nice. Can you press your palms together and pull your left shoulder back any more? Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, come back to chair. Reach your arms forward. And then pull them into your heart center. Inhale, and then let's twist left elbow to the outside of your right thigh or on top. As you press your palms together, can you peel that right shoulder back any more? Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Back to center chair pose. Inhale, root your eyes, lift up, tip back, breathe in. Bow over your thighs, fold down. Inhale to lengthen, flat back. Palms press, step back, plank pose. Inhale all the way up, breathe in. Down dog and breathe out. Nice, take a nice deep breath in. And a deep breath out. And then that left foot steps in between your hands. Find a warrior one again. Spin your back heel down as you rise up. Hips are square. Shoulders are square. Inhale, sink into that front leg. And then release your arms behind you as you interlace them. Start to drag your knuckles down your spine. Lift your heart, breathe in. And then exhale, start to shift your hips your way forward, forward, forward. Humble warrior. As you surrender and bow over your left thigh. Let your head hang down. Maybe gaze towards your back foot. Can you squeeze your back leg? Take a nice deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Inhale, release your arms, rise up, big breath in. Exhale, warrior two, as you spin your hips, open up this time. Front palm flips, reverse, tip back. And then take your hands to the mat, plank pose. Good. In plank again, breathe deep. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. This time, inhale through your nose. Hold on to it for a moment. And then open your mouth and let it go. Right foot steps in between your hands. Spin your back heel down. Rise up. Warrior one. Right hip back, left hip forward. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale, release your hands down. Interlace them behind your back. Start to drag your knuckles down your leg as you lift your heart. Big breath. And then humble warrior as you shift forward, forward, forward. Surrendering over that right thigh. Big breath in. Let your gaze hang down. And a big breath out. One more, fill up. Release your arms, sweep them up. Inhale. And then open up, warrior two, left hip spins back. Arms open up, left and right. Front palm flips, reverse, tip back. Nice. And then take your hands to the mat, plank pose. to downward facing dog. And then come down to your knees, tabletop, belly drops, chin lifts, breathe in. Exhale, tuck your tail and round, cat pose. Find neutral spine, and then come around onto your backs. Put your feet and lower all the way down. Start to walk your feet in towards your glutes. We'll set up for one bridge pose. Reach your fingers towards your heels. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, lift your hips up, off the mat. Press into your feet. Take about 50% of that squeeze out of your glutes. Press with your feet. Breathe in and breathe out. One more fill. And then lower all the way down. Just take a moment to let your back settle down. Nice. Send your knees, let them drape over to the left. Find this little spinal twist. Can you fan your arms out? Maybe gaze over your right shoulder. Or maybe look straight up towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Send your knees over to the right. Gaze to the left. Breathe into your side body. Breathe in. And breathe out. Bring your legs back to center. Let them lay long down the mat. Maybe the arms come a little bit closer to the body, but still away from the body. Close your eyes. Take a big breath into the space between your eyes, your mind's eye. Can you soften the skin on your face? Shavasana. And slowly start to make some physical movements back into your body, your fingers, your toes. Slide your feet up to the mat and roll yourself on to either side. Use your hands to press into the floor to walk you up to a nice comfortable seat. Close your eyes when you arrive and pull your hands to your heart. Take a nice big inhale as you raise your thumb knuckles up to your mind's eye. Big breath in. And then exhale, bow down to yourself for a job well done. Your body thanks you and I thank you. Go in peace. Namaste.